Hello, welcome to the early morning podcast. It is 5:27 a.m. and I just want to start off by saying that I'm a homoerotic feminist that's a transsexual and also a misogynist. So I just want to clarify that, and also want to thank our music artist for producing that intro beat. Shout out to him. His correct Instagram handle is Dylan, Dylan, Kelleher. So, fucked that up. Also underscore after that. Fucked it up again. Doesn't really matter. You'll find it if you know how to use Instagram and or Google. Okay. He's a beast. He made the intro and outro for the podcast, and just wanted to salute him. And speaking of that, I also want to really salute this mystified individual, character, dictator. What else you want to call him? Not a politician. I am not, but this guy Kim Jong-un. Guy apparently resurrected from the dead. Speaking of here. He, for about a week and a half, they were saying this guy was dead from a surgery gone wrong, a triple bypass on his heart or whatever. He didn't make it through, or he was in a vegetative state. He couldn't move. He couldn't really breathe on his own. But then they just released a clip yesterday, according to North Korean media, that he was at a ceremony cutting ribbons, chilling, smoking stoves like he was just on a bender the other night. I mean, I don't know, man. That's gangster as fuck. He's a legend. He's a legend for that. If that's what's really going on, legendary. He just disappears from the earth as one of the most powerful people, and then just pulls up. He's like, yeah, fuck it. I feel like coming out in a crisis and just like chilling out with the people that support me, even though that I fuck them up. But that's crazy. That's beast. I mean, you gotta cheers to that guy. You know what I'm saying? Real crazy. And speaking of beasts that are like handling shit like gangsters, some of my professors are not at all. They're doing shit. Some of them are doing a really good job. I got a couple. Speaking of, she's Asian, so maybe that's why she's handling it like a legend. She's fucking running shit, assignments, due dates, all that, exams laid out perfectly. If you have it's easy to contact her and shit. And then you have students that are just being fucking just shit shows. They're not doing anything. I mean, they're not appearing in the Zoom conferences. They'd rather jerk off and sleep or whatever it is they're doing, not turning in anything. But also it's hard on both ends. It's hard on the professor, it's hard on the student. That's what I'm saying. I had a professor that just completely blew off an exam last week and hasn't even addressed it. Now, if that was, me at my job, I would be fired. Him, don't know really, I can't understand how he's in charge of several classes, but whatever. That's up to his discrepancy. Like I said, it blows my mind that he can just fuck off everything, classes, students, tests, grading, all that for weeks at hand, and just be fine with his job. But like I said, it works for whoever, and it's tough on both of us, students and professors. And in the time that I've had fucking off on that class, since I don't really need to do anything, since the professor doesn't give me stuff, I got into this show Dave. It's on FX and Hulu. It's also I was actually introduced to it by one of my favorite comics, Andrew Santino, the Red Rocket. He plays he plays a role in it, and he does a great job, honestly. And so does Lil Dicky. The show is based on Lil Dicky and how he's not gonna give too much away, but it's just about Lil Dicky and about his come up and as a rapper and just being an individual and in entertainment and how it affects his social life and all that. I mean, it's a great show. I was actually really surprised in his acting, and I'd never seen either Dave Bird, as he likes to be called, or Santino act, and they both did, an astounding job to me. I saw the whole season, and it was really good. Unfortunately, the second season won't be available for, at least a year and a half now, due to some bullshit that's going on. But I'm sure when it does come out, it'll be good, and hopefully it's always hard to top a season, especially like a pilot season or an intro to a season or a show. It's hard to make it better and grow on it. But I've heard many people say 5-6 seasons tops, and then you cut it. You just cut the cord on the show. You end it. But we'll just see how long this goes, and we'll see hopefully that the next season's good. I don't want to spoil anything, but if you're willing to check it out, it's really good. If you have some free time, yeah, go for it. I was gonna say the next thing, because I saw an advertisement for that on Instagram. I'm seeing a lot of like It's weird because I follow UFC accounts and MMA and certain boxers and stuff, but I'm seeing a lot of promotion for I don't have it right. I think it's May 9th or May 9th. May 9th, I believe, is there's a scheduled date with a full card, prelims, main card for a fight that the OG Dana White set up, and apparently he's got the card stacked. I'm really surprised at who we got on there, and it really looks like it's gonna be. If it happens, it'll be very entertaining. It'll be very worth the money if you're gonna pay for it. If you're gonna just stream it illegally, which it's up to you. It really is. But there's this one fighter. I don't think she's she's maybe a featherweight. Claudia Gadelha. She's some Brazilian fighter. She gets a lot of flack for being hot and for being told to do porn instead of fighting. And she's cute and shit, but this girl really fucking goes off on Instagram and Twitter. She does not shut the fuck up, and she does not. I don't know if she's tone deaf to how to operate social media, or if she just doesn't care, which that would be cool too. But the fact that she's claiming, first of all, that she has a fight the following week after May 9th, where Dana White purchased an island to have fighters fight, which she's not on that card. She's claiming she's on a card the next week, and that she's gonna whoop this girl's ass, blah blah blah, of course. But this girl, dude, she will talk shit out her ass and be disqualified from what she said, or like revoked from her quote unquote facts, and just shit on people for no reason. It's crazy. She's hot as fuck, so she gets away with it, which is it's unfortunate, and it's fortunate in ways, because what are you gonna do? Unfollow her? Or are you gonna dislike her? No, I kind of want to see her. I want to low-key see her get her ass beat. Claudia, I'm a fan. I like Brazilian people. You guys know how to fight. You really, really do. Some of your ground game is the best in the world, but your mouth game is too much. And I wish if I was referring to giving head, that would be amazing, but I'm not. You speak recklessly, and I don't know, you just make. I'm not trying to direct this towards you, Claudia, whatever. I wish you the best in your fight, if you even get it on the 19th. But how it's looking right now, nobody's gonna fight anybody unless you're fighting over a fucking 40 at the gas station. There's barely anybody going out to fight. So if Dana can really pull this off, that would be beautiful. Or maybe terrible. It depends. It depends on your perspective. The sports scene is completely dry. A-Rod was doing dances with J-Lo where they were switching clothes, which was kind of depressing to see as a Yankee fan, but that's what are you gonna do about that? Like I'm saying, people are they're whatever. They're everybody's situation's different. Uh, if you feel like you want to put on your opposite sex's clothing to entertain others, and go for it or whatever. But like I said, we're recording a podcast. We got a team right now that's helping me with producing and music, and I mean, we're just anything you can do creatively. That's the best. Honestly, the best for you. If you can stay productive, like I said previously, if you can stay sane, if you can stay busy with whatever it is, whether it's exercising, whether it's exercising your brain, your mind, whatever, do it. Do it. Like I said, I'm straight homoerotic feminist misogynistic transsexual male that doesn't identify as anything. So I've done my research in all of that, okay? I could be queer too. I don't know. I'm looking into these things now, okay? Like I said, my professors previously, they didn't know what they were doing. Kim Jong-un the third, who knows what the fuck, it could be a clone of him where he's blowing on Marlboro Reds, chilling, walking around, looking thick as ever. That who knows if that's him? You got to do your research. I mean, like I said previously, again, I'm not a conspiracy theorist or anything. We're not. It's nothing about that. It's just getting your mind to think. It's just getting you to, you know, not trust everything, but also divulge into certain topics. Well, cheers to that. Means early morning podcast. Like I said, whatever in the morning, a.m. Whenever you're listening to this, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether it's Adesanya's next fight where he's calling out John Jones, or whether we see Claudia fight. She's claiming she's going to fight Angela Hill, which, man, for a female, she's got some balls on her. I'd really love to see that fight. I really would. It's just Claudia Gadelha. She's just, like I said, she's got a mouth on her. She's got them on her mouth. And every time people ask her to do porn, or every time someone says, hey, you should drop fighting and pursue model, she gets so offended, man. Where most people would be like, that's a compliment. Like, thank you. I really appreciate that. Like, maybe I would consider that later on. Girl's not going to fight forever. Everybody knows that. Any MMA career, I'm talking like I'm a fighter. But I'm just saying, the girl's got an attitude, which, maybe it helps her, maybe it doesn't, but if she's gonna fight, she's gonna fight. I'm more looking forward to May 19th or May 9th, where Dana's supposedly gonna have this card stacked with some great fights, and I don't know if you're gonna illegally stream it or if you're gonna pay for it. Most people are barely getting their stimulus checks or their. I don't even know if you got your tax return yet. Hopefully you did. But if you don't do your taxes, you probably are a criminal, and if you are, then you're probably counting bread right now. Just use gloves, because that money could be dirty in other ways. So this is the Early Morning Podcast. Thank you for listening, and shout out Dylan for the outro, and shout out our producer again. Without them, we couldn't make this happen. Stay safe. Take it easy.